Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at the trespassing and arrest of Liberty Troll. This fine young gentleman decided to mess around in Polk County and meet some of the fine employees that are under Grady Judd. But before we start today's video, a big thank you as always to all my channel members and subscribers. Without you guys and your support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also, if you can for me, please subscribe to the page, turn on notification bell, leave a like and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm, and if you can, consider becoming a member. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
It's not as crowded as I thought it would be.
Now serving ticket.
Well, this just shows how ill-informed frauditors truly are. Because if you would Google where you're at, he's in Polk County, Florida, home of Sheriff Grady Judd, you would know that there are multiple offices for the tax collector's offices spaced out across the county. Therefore, they wouldn't have to have long lines and a lot of people here, when most people in the nearby cities can go by the nearest one.
And 181 at Station 9.
Beautiful flag. There's cameras all throughout the building.
Now serving ticket G184 at Station 3.
I know you guys hate it when you see me get drinks from the water fountain. That's where you get your picture taken. No. I'm good. Thank you. All right, so that's this area. Then you have testing.
Get ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
Now serving ticket L183 at Station 11.
These chairs look comfortable, actually. This is where they
K161?
testing.
Sir?
Mm-hmm.
K161? That's your ticket number?
No, ma'am.
No?
No.
Okay, so are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. You already told them in the front?
No.
No?
No, I just walked in.
So they're doing testing there, so you cannot go that way.
Okay.
Hi, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. So you're not allowed to record back here because of the confidential information that's recorded. You're allowed to record out there all you want, but unfortunately you're not going to be allowed to record back here.
Hi, what's your name again?
My name is Gail Stason. I'm the manager.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm
Nice to
Zach.
meet you.
Yeah, I'm just filming all I'm able to see from public. That's all.
Okay. All right, but because there's confidential information shared back here, you're not allowed to record back here.
Yeah, yeah. How you doing, sir? Hey, good. How are you? Can I get your name and badge number?
Montalbano 6038.
Thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
gonna
it.
ask you to interact with me, not him, okay? But we do need you to step back into the lobby so you can record out there.
Well, I can record anywhere that's public, right,
No, sir,
officer?
not back here
Well,
where
this
it's
area
not for-
really isn't public. This is testing.
Well, I'm not
Let's
back in
step
testing.
up out here, please, sir.
I will. I
Okay,
will in a
let's
minute.
do that right now. No, sir, not in a minute.
You were
We'll do it now.
doing so good.
Yes, sir.
Gail,
But
right?
we need to have our, yes, but we
Okay.
need to have our conversation out there, not back here. So I'm gonna ask you to go
Okay.
out to the lobby and we'll talk out there.
Well, I'm gonna finish getting my pictures and stuff, and then I'll head
No,
out
sir,
there.
that's
I
not
just
how it
walked
works,
in.
not back here.
So you don't have any signage
So,
that says restricted area?
no, I don't, but there's confidential information that's back here.
Every
so
public building has
I
confidential
understand.
information.
Here's the thing, though. You're not understanding, Mr. Liberty Troll. The fact that she's the manager and is telling you that you cannot film where they are doing testing does not require her to have restricted access signs. She is telling you that you can film in the lobby, and that if you wish to have this conversation, to do it so in the lobby. At this point, she would be well within her authority as the manager of this building to tell you to leave. And if you refused, that would be a crime.
But we have people back here testing right now, so we
I'm
need
not-
to take
I'm not
this
filming them.
confirmation. We're
I'm not filming
talking,
them.
which can be distracting to them when they're trying to.
The only reason why I'm still here is because you came out and talked to me, which I'm okay with.
Well,
You can talk
this-
to me. That's fine.
Well, we're gonna talk out here, so we're not distracting them.
Well,
And you're not allowed to record back
respectfully,
here.
I'm not going to follow your
Okay,
directives.
please escort him out.
Okay.
Okay, let's go, sir.
Are you escorting me out, sir?
I'm escorting. Would you like him trespass from the property?
I will follow up with you on that in just a moment.
Okay. Let's
Because
go,
I'm
sir.
not breaking the law or anything. So
Let's go, sir.
Don't touch me, sir. Sir, don't touch me.
Let's go, sir.
Why are you touching me?
Because
Is
you
that a
can
law?
have-
Is that a lawful order?
It is a lawful order.
What happens if I don't leave? What happens if I don't leave? Are you arresting me?
Yes.
Until we decide what's going to happen, yes, you are going to handcuffs.
Are you arresting me?
Until we decide what's going to happen, yes, you are going to handcuffs.
Hey, don't turn that. Do not turn off my camera.
Is this your bag?
No. Hey, you missed my phone. Do not stop recording that.
Say what? Let's walk this way.
Now serving ticket K187 at station 3.
You know you're violating my rights right now, civil rights.
You were asked this.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na
Shenanigans.
na 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 na.
And let's start the shenanigans train as it goes. It's not a violation of your civil rights or your constitutional rights that you are being detained and removed from the building. You were told by the management of the building that you were free to film in the public lobby area, not in the testing area where they have people currently testing. You were given free reign to film in all the public lobbies, but when you kept on insisting that you have the right to film in the testing area, that is when that gave them the right to have you trespassed from the building because you would not cooperate with their instructions and their policy.
After multiple times.
I'm a law-abiding citizen, sir. I don't have to leave because she doesn't
Because
like
you're
what I'm
asked.
doing. Yeah, well, if they asked me not to come in there because I have black skin, would you enforce that policy?
You were in a secured, not necessarily a secured area.
Well, what's it labeled?
But an area that there's information that doesn't need to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not recording the information, sir, but it's not against the law to capture that. It's what you do with it criminally is against the law. Yeah. I just want to let you know you're.
Those come off just as quick as they go on.
Okay.
Once we determine what's going to happen, then we'll go from there.
Okay. I don't consent to unlawful seizures or anything.
You're about to go in the back seat of my truck, so
So I'm under arrest?
you're being detained.
What law you suspect me of committing? I know you said she asked me to leave, but what law am I suspecting of committing?
At this
Or
point,
violating, excuse me.
possibly trespass until we determine what's going to happen.
Well, it's trespass after warning, though.
Yeah, you were.
He might have a case, But what does the law actually say? Florida Law 810.08 trespassing states, whoever, without being authorized, licensed, or invited, willfully enters or remains in any structure or conveyance, have been authorized, licensed, or invited, is warned by the owner or lessee of the premises or by a person authorized by the owner or lessee to disperse and refuses so, commits the offense of trespassing in a structure or conveyance. Seeing how you were warned to get out of the testing area or you would be trespassed, gives you your warning and gives them the right to have you trespass and charge with criminal trespassing.
Asked to step out multiple times, sir.
Deputy Sheriff is about to turn off my body camera once again, which is against the law. So shortly after the Deputy Sheriff unlawfully does this, he brought Gail, the service manager there at the tax collector's office, who you saw inside, who did not want me recording in that publicly accessible area, to the police vehicle where I was handcuffed, as you see me there, and had her read me a trespass warning, which I'm pretty sure was solicited. Gail proceeded to ask me if I would willingly leave the public property. I responded in front of Deputy Montalbano that I would leave under threat of arrest. And
at this channel, if I can save you folks some time and a headache from having to deal with fraud or BS, I like to do so. So, in summary, what he's trying to get across is that he was placed in torture cuffs, and that means sheriff's deputies solicited an illegal trespass from the poor, defenseless manager who told him not to break the rules and to record only in the public areas. And that he has to record this, and he couldn't show it because sheriff, judge, thugs only don't wear body cams, which is not true. The sheriff's deputies in Polk County do wear body cams, but there are some areas where they are not required to or don't have to, in areas where there are many cameras, such as in public schools and at this tax collector's office.
all right, so you can just put John Doe on the trespass.
Need your correct information for the trespass.
You can just put my description down. Legally speaking, in the state of Florida, you just put my physical description down. John Doe is a name if you need to put a name down. But I'm not giving you my name willingly.
You dumb bastard.
You don't need my private information to do a trespass.
Well, okay. Mr. Doe, what is your physical address, sir?
I'm not giving you my physical address either, sir.
You must really want to meet Grady Judd so bad. Well, if you want to go to jail so bad, just keep on failing to give your ID in a lawful detention. And, well, you'll get your wish.
Just put my physical description. And that's all you need.
Tight right there, sir.
Okay. And what's your sergeant's name? Hi. How are you?
I'm Sergeant Wood with the Polk County Sheriff's Office. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
And you're
Sergeant
free to
Wood.
Record me anytime you
Yeah,
want.
are you guys not recording with the Polk County Department?
No, sir, we don't.
Oh man, y'all should get those.
That's
Transparency and
something you gotta talk to our
accountability.
sheriff about, okay?
Maybe I
But
will. All right.
I'm just doing my job.
Okay.
So, what is the situation here today?
I was just in there taking pictures and video, gathering content for a story. Before I had a chance to even answer any questions from anybody, the woman in there, Gail, I guess she's the manager of some sort, and she asked me to not go back into the testing area, which I wasn't. I was
Why must you turn my office into a house of lies?
recording from a public space. You can film all you can see, similar to plain view doctrine that you guys have, that you can flash your flashlights, people's cars and whatnot. And then he came out a little hot. I introduced myself. He introduced himself. He identified himself, which was good. But she immediately grabbed my arm, and because she kept asking that I leave, and I politely said, I'm not going to leave willingly, or I'm not going to follow your directives just because you want me to go out into the lobby. When I finish, I'll go out to the lobby. I'm still gathering my content. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not disrupting anybody's business.
You've been asked to
Yeah, but
remove yourself
it's a
from.
public building. If it was a private building and it was like a manager of like a bank or something, say you can't go back in the area, I'm asking you to leave, I would absolutely 100% have to leave at that.
And Liberty Troll is wrong yet again. For you see, he wasn't being told that he couldn't film in the lobby area. The lobby was in front of the desk. Where he was at was going towards the testing area, which he was not allowed to be in because he would be distracting the people taking their tests. Regardless of this being public or private, there are rules and policies for both areas. And seeing how you didn't want to obey those rules, that gave them the ability to have you formally trespassed from the property.
You do understand she has the right of the manager of the establishment and business to have you removed from the property.
Not a law-abiding citizen.
Yes, you
If
can.
I'm disrupting business, which I was, I'm not keeping anyone from doing their job.
You're recording in the business that where they're testing and where this is basically personal information, it's tests to do driver's license, things like that.
Every public building.
Have you asked people in there if you can record them?
If I go to Disney and take pictures, do I have to ask every single person
Well,
I'm taking a picture of
They
them?
are in a place where they are getting their driver's license, they're doing tax documents, they're doing all this stuff.
Okay.
So this is a different establishment than you would at Disney.
So with what I was doing in there, is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
This is the thing. They have asked you to be trespassed from the property.
But what if they were asking to trespass me for having dark skin? You wouldn't enforce that, would you?
Let's do this.
It's unconstitutional.
Be logical.
Let's be constitutional and
Let's
logical.
be logical in reference to this situation.
I'm
they
logical.
have asked you to be removed from the establishment, which that is their right.
I'm not breaking any law. It's not a right.
You're lying.
They've asked to be trespassed. They've asked you not to record in there where people are taking the test, where they're doing their documents, things like that. You can understand this is not a Disney World, Busch Garden, somewhere like that where you're going to...
I use that example to just say you don't go around asking people if you can get their picture.
Of my example,
and that's a private.
logical.
And so in public, so no, it is logical. I was making the point that at Disney World, if you take a selfie and you got 4,000 people behind you, you're not going to go around and ask everybody if you have their permission to be in your picture. This is public though. In public, you don't have to do that.
Hang on 1 second. You have been asked to remove yourself from the property.
Well, I'm off now.
No, you're not. You're not off the property.
Well, I'm not filming where they
now asked for you to be trespassed.
Okay.
So at this point, you're no longer legally allowed to be at this property.
All right. So am I officially trespassed?
You are officially
Okay.
trespassed.
Am I going to get like a form or something like that so I can put you all as a defendant?
Provide your information. We will give you all of our information.
Oh, I'm not giving out my private information because that's.
Well, this is the thing. Give us your name, your date of birth. We'll pull it up. We're not out here publicizing.
Okay. Well, then I don't need it then. So, your name again, Sergeant Wood, and what's your badge number?
7250.
Okay. And what was yours again, sir?
But this is the thing. You're
Okay.
not free to leave because we're in an investigation where you're being trespassed from this property. So we need your information. If you want to do it privately.
Well, it's unlawful detainment because I wasn't breaking the law.
Shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
No.
If she wants me off the property, you guys are going to try to enforce that unconstitutional.
During an investigation, you are refusing to provide your information. We don't know who you are. We don't know what you're doing. Things like that.
You don't know what this lady's doing with the pink hat on.
But I guarantee you, if I go up to her and ask her if she could provide her information, you can freely tell me it.
You can guarantee that?
Yeah.
I'm
sure she has no problem because she's not here to do anything malicious or anything like that.
So because I'm exercising my Fourth Amendment, I'm malicious or nefarious?
No, you can...
Now, it's not that you're actively using your Fourth Amendment rights here. What it is you're hindering your own self, just like another Florida man who was recently put in handcuffs and trespassed from a building, Joey Surreal. But under Florida law, 901.36, it is unlawful for a person who has been arrested or lawfully detained by a law enforcement officer to give falsely identifying himself or herself in any way to a law enforcement officer or any county jail personnel. Therefore, you're John Doe and not giving your physical address to them when they're trying to give you this trespass warning as you are being detained for criminal trespass is a violation of that law, and it would be a misdemeanor in the state of Florida.
Exercise your right all you want. But
Well,
you
obviously
are
not,
being-
because you're
yes, you can,
logically
but
you're
this is
violating
the
my
thing.
rights.
No, I'm not.
Your name's going to be on a civil lawsuit, and you're
that's
going to lose it,
fine.
and you lose your qualified immunity as well as
That's
him.
fine. The
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
thing of it
It's not my
is
first
that
rodeo.
You are being trespassed from the property. The thing of it is.
Okay, well then I'll leave.
What is your name and what
I'm
is
not.
your information?
I'm not giving my name unless I have to by law.
You do by law because we are conducting an investigation.
Okay, well, I don't have to help you with your investigation. I don't work for the police department.
Well, we can detain you until you're willing to do that.
It's
or we can
unlawful
put
detainment.
You
You can only detain me for what, 10 minutes?
You have been trespassed from this property. Your cooperation.
Okay, well then I gotta leave
let
then.
You go sooner.
It's you can only be arrested if after
And the
warning
only thing
you don't
is
leave.
The reason that you're acting like this is because you probably are one of the people that want to act out with law enforcement, which.
Yes! Yes!
That's fine.
No, I respect
That
law
is
enforcement.
fine.
I support law enforcement. I'm a conservative.
And
I
this
voted
is the
for Trump
thing.
twice.
If
Listen. I want you to do your job. I'm not asking you to treat me any differently than the average citizen. I want to see our police and I want to see our public servants upheld our rights. You swore an oath to the Constitution, did you not? Both of you.
We're upholding the rights.
So you're violating my rights.
No,
yes,
I'm
you
not.
are.
You
First
are in an
Amendment, freedom of press.
Where you are not identifying yourself.
I don't have to identify
Yes, you
myself.
do.
This isn't Nazi Germany.
Yes.
This is America. Learn the Constitution. Uphold your oath.
And maybe you should learn the law and how to edit. Now, I will be jumping ahead to where he gets into an argument about trespassing laws and the blue line flag with this particular officer. What I am cutting out is a bit of him trying to argue that the officer doesn't understand the 5 points of the First Amendment, he's not upholding his constitutional rights, he's a tyrant, the same typical Frauditor bullcrap.
So when someone's trespassed from a building, they can be arrested lawfully if they don't leave at that point. But once they've been warned, and the police officer threatens the citizen with arrest, and the citizen then leaves, and you guys don't need, legally, you don't have to get their private information.
Well, but see, you're being trespassed from the property, which means you're not allowed back on the property.
Correct.
And we have to be able to positively identify that person,
Physical,
not just by what they're wearing.
Physical description, you can put, because I don't have to get up, because it's not breaking the law unless you violate the trespass. You know what I mean?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You're absolutely correct. It's not breaking the law unless you violate the trespass. However, you could have a twin brother. Your twin brother is not trespassed from the property, but you are.
I
get
it.
I have his physical description, then I don't know if it's you or your twin brother, and I could unlawfully arrest
I
him
get
for
it. I get
trespass.
it. But the way it works in the United States by law is that you have to be breaking the law in order to get that information. You can't enforce that information from someone. You can ask, but you can't enforce it unless they've actually broken the law. That's the beauty.
But you did break the law. You were asked to leave by management and you refused to. You were also asked to film in the lobby area, not in the testing area. And that was what gave them the grounds to trespass you.
The United States is that you don't have to give up that information unless you've done something to break the law. But when I get trespassed from buildings, I don't go back until I get it quashed or I fight it in court. So
you have a history of breaking the law. Okay, now let's jump ahead to what he has to say about the blue line flag.
See, that's what I don't like. See that blue line flag on the truck behind you? I see that as a desecration of the American flag. I love this country and I hate that our rights are being eroded, but that blue line signifies like doing justice for the brothers in blue instead of blind justice, which should be blind, And what I'm here, part of the reason why I'm here is because, I want blind justice. I want the people to be able to exercise their rights freely in America, where we're the only country in the world that has a First Amendment.
Now this proves even more that this Frauditor does not know what he's talking about and is blindly grabbing at straws just to see what he can make fit in his stupid narrative. Like his argument for the blue line flag being a symbol of police justice and not justice for the people, and his arguments on the freedom of speech here. Yes, I will grant it that most countries in this world do not have freedom of speech laws like we have here that grant us the right to say and do as we wish. And there is heavily censorship in a lot of other countries. However, that's not the argument I'm here to make. The argument I'm here to make is that this idiot does not know what he's talking about when it comes to the blue line flag. It's a flag to show support for law enforcement, no different than the red line flag to show support for firefighters, or the green line flag to show support for military, or even more so, the black, blue, and white flag to show support for emergency workers. This just shows that this guy sees what he sees on YouTube and tries to regurgitate it as if it's facts and actual knowledge, when all he's done is follow the ways of any other frauditor who saw a blue line flag and calls it a gang symbol.
But if you don't exercise them, they're like muscles. They tend to fade away if you don't exercise them. Otherwise, they're just words on paper.
And what do you think of the same flag with a red line or with the yellow line?
I think it's a desecration of the American flag. I think you should just leave the American flag alone. I think what it symbolizes already is, can't be more perfect, you know? It's just a gang symbol. It has that
Fuck this guy!
mentality of, I'm here to defend my brothers in blue, or I'm here to enforce feelings or policy. You guys are law enforcement. You guys should enforce the law. And again, justice is blind. That's why I'm a big supporter of, this country and how it's designed to operate. I hope she's quick, because I got to go to work here pretty soon. In a perfect world, what should have happened in there is, if I was a police officer, knowing what I know now, what should have happened was Gail should have been talked to respectfully and say, hey, this gentleman's not breaking the law. I understand the whole private information thing, however you want to say it, but she can't kick somebody off a property. She can't have you enforce taking a law-abiding citizen off of public property.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
For being engaged in constitutionally protected activity. I've seen it before where officers, they already have been through this rodeo before, and they just pull them aside and explain to them, like, hey, this guy's not breaking the law. I understand it can be uncomfortable, but, this country's designed to be so you don't give up freedoms for security. It's just part of it.
Hey, did you get the message?
Go ahead. Thank you. All right. So you are being placed under arrest.
Oh, really? All right, just don't...
Yes, you are going to jail. You're going to be arrested for trespassing, failure to provide ID, and resisting without violence. But you know what? I've done a lot of talking in this video. I wonder what Grady Judd would give this young man some advice. So, Sheriff Judd, what do you think went wrong here?
Messed up when you came to Polk County.
We're going to end it here. If you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. And if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said, be well, be safe. A special thank you to all channel members of the news team. Without your guys' support, I couldn't keep the channel going. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.